everyone. I welcome you to this amazing session today. It promises to be very valuable, very exciting. If this is your first time of seeing me, there is something I love to tell people. Whenever you're going for such an event as this, have a journal and a pen because you don't know when you'll be hearing that thing that may change your business. So you don't know what nuggets you'll be hearing. I call it the aha moment that will drop in and change things around for you. So in the next 60 seconds, I need you to do something for me. Look around you, pick a journal, pick a pen, pick a paper, whatever it is, and get ready to take down some things today because trust me, you're going to be hearing a whole lot of it. So while you're doing that, I'll go ahead to share my screen. I have one promise I would like to make today, that at the end of this day, even if you've been stuck for the past 18 months, you've been stuck for the past 2 years, you've been stuck for the past 3 years, it doesn't matter how long you've been an entrepreneur and you felt like you've been running in circles, you're going to get something that will scale your business. You're going to get something that will show you how to move from 0 to 100 customers and eventually scale it up to over 1,000 customers in 90 days. And that's why I said, pay attention to what we have to share with you today. All right. So we're going to show you how to go from 0 to over 1,000 customers in less than 90 days. And I call it going from stock to scaling, what we call the quick win to scale framework for people who have used it and it's working for them. Okay. So at the end of our session today, like I said, I like to make that promise again so that I can sink in if you didn't get it earlier. You'll be learning how to scale to over 1,000 paying customers, even if you've been stuck all your business life. Even if you've been stuck for the past 18 months, for the past 2 years, for the past 3 years, it doesn't matter. Even if you've tried everything without results, you've done the organic way, they say it's the paid ads that works, you've tried everything, but nothing seems to work. What you're going to get today will push you out of the waters, will push down your business out of the waters. So my promise to you today is that over the next 60 minutes, I'm going to show you I'll be showing you the exact system to go from stock entrepreneurs to building dependable cash flow systems. So you need to get excited. And if you're excited to hear what we have for you today, come to the chat box and type, I'm excited. Okay, come to the chat box right away, type, I'm excited. Let's see it when I'm excited so that I will show you what we have for you today. But ladies and gentlemen, before we dive in, I love to know who I'm talking with. So I need you to do 2 things for me. Apart from the typing, I'm excited. Do 2 things for me. Come to the chat box and tell me your name and where you're responding from, where you're joining us from. Put your name down there and where you are responding from. Where are you seeing us from today? I like to know who I'm talking with. That is one. Secondly, type in your expectation for this day. What do you expect to pick out of this session today? I don't think you came here empty-handed. You had other things to do, but you're here, seated here today to listen to me. Put in the chat section, what is your expectation today? What do you expect to get from this session today? Those are the 2 questions you need to answer before we dive right in. So by the end of the 60 minutes you're going to spend with me today, you will understand 3 critical things. And each of them will shift how you approach building your business from this moment forward. So what this means is that whatever you had been doing in the past that had made you to be struck, it doesn't matter. The past in this case does not matter. What matters is what you're going to learn today and what you're going to do with what I'm going to show to you today. From today, you don't have to be a reservoir. If you get all of this and you don't put them into practice, you'll remain as you were before. But the deciding factor will be what you will do with what I am going to show you today. And that's why I said that each of them will give you the shift you need that will help you to move from that stock, that running in circles, that place that you have been experiencing low customers and low cash flow and all of that to where you can actually begin to brag about your business, if I may use that word, and get excited because your business will start scaling before your very eyes. So the number 1 thing you will be learning today is you will understand the number 1 mistake that keeps entrepreneurs broke. And we're not just going to show you the number 1 mistake, we are going to show you how to fix it in the next 45 hours, not 45 days, not 45 weeks. In the next 45 hours, we'll be showing you how to, correct this number 1 mistake. The number 2 thing we are going to show you today is to make you understand why chasing new customers is actually killing your cash flow and what to do instead. A lot of people will tell you that all you need to do is to keep getting new customers, and every day you keep seeing yourself, it's like you're running on a treadmill, you're not moving forward, you're not making any tangible progress, you're not making any tangible progress, but you're working. And you're wondering, where is all my effort? Why is my effort not yielding any result? You're seeing your neighbors, people are doing exactly the same business you're running, and they're making progress, but you seem to be marking time. because all you do is chase new customers every day. You're chasing new customers every day, and that is what is killing your cash flow. We want to show you that there is a better way, much better than chasing new customers. At the end of this day, you'll be very glad you're here today. And then number 3, the last but not the least, you'll be armed with the quick win to scale framework. Now, why this one is so amazing is that this was not gotten from the textbook. This is not a classroom approach. This was gotten from the knowledge gathered from the experiences we've had over the years. Okay, we have run businesses where we failed and we got better, and we built a system from the successes we have experienced where we built multiple 9-figure businesses over and over, and our students have used it to build 9-figure businesses. And we know that once you implement it, you will equally build the same 9-figure business, and we call it the quick win to scale framework. This framework takes you from 0 customers to 100 plus customers systematically. And we don't just stop at 100. We scale it from here, from the 100 to 1,000 plus and then beyond, because now we have gotten a system that works, and all we need to do will be plug and play, and you continue to get the consistent customers, okay? And it is based, like I said, on human psychology, not on tactics, not on textbooks, not on classroom works, but on actual businesses built with human beings, and especially in the Nigerian economy. All right, where we made all the mistakes and we took what has worked and we created a system that has been that can be implemented by anyone who uses it. So it works. Whether you're selling digital services, whether you're offering services to people, or you're just a consultant, you're consulting, whatever industry you find yourself in, all you need to do is to plug and play, and it will work for you. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, you will know exactly what to do in the next 48 hours that will create your first breakthrough as an entrepreneur. So if you have been stuck before now, or you have been experiencing very minimal successes, don't fret over it. What we have for you today will cover whatever stage of being stuck you have been in before you got to know about us today. All right, so let's take a moment to reflect on what I call something critical, because like people say, if you do not know where the race started to fall on you, you will not know where it stopped. So let's take a moment to reflect on our current situation and what you're hoping to achieve. Okay, before we go in, I would like to ask you 2 questions. Tell me, I love to engage with people, because if I don't know where you are, I may not know how to help you. So what is your current business situation? Are you stuck right now? Or are you scaling? Or you're just starting? Are you in a 9-to-5 job? What is that thing that, as an entrepreneur, what would you say you're currently existing at? What is your current business situation? Number 2 question I need you to respond to in the chat box. What is the one thing that is holding you back from reaching your next level? You know where you want to be, but something keeps dragging you back and you're wondering. It's not village people. It's a mistake you've been making in your business. But I need you to, what do you think it is? Before I'll drop the skills. All right? What do you think it is? Let them drop. You can either answer these questions in the chat box or answer them in your journal, because the answers are actually for you. What is your current business situation? Are you stuck? Are you scaling? Or you're just starting? And what is the one thing that has been holding you back from reaching your next level? I need those answers to be glaring to you while we prefer the solution we have outlined for you today. So you're here, you may be wondering, how do I know this works? She's just speaking, she's just talking. How do I know this works? Like I told you earlier, I am not a coach that teaches things from textbooks. If you have been in any of my classes, you know that I talk about real life experiences. Because we are not showing you, we are not teaching you what we have not learned, what we have not experienced. We are not teaching you from the textbooks. We are teaching you from actual mistakes we have made. We have failed woefully. We have failed, we have failed joyfully. And we picked out what has worked for us, and we created a system. I built multiple real businesses, multiple 9-figure businesses. So I have the experience, like I said, not from books, not from courses, okay? And I said again, I am not afraid, and I am not ashamed to say that I failed spectacularly over the couple of years, over 40 years of being an entrepreneur. I have failed, but I have equally succeeded. But what I have learned is that what matters is not the number of failures, but the number of successes that I've been able to record. And not just me, the students who have used my system, the number of successes they have recorded as well. So that is the person sitting and talking to you. So you need to listen. Those failures are the foundation of this system. If you haven't done anything before, you don't have the right to talk about it. But I have built businesses, and that is why I have the right to sit and talk to you today. So listen to what we have to tell you today and implement it. Don't be the reservoir that will just gather all the knowledge you're picking from everywhere and you're never implementing. You will keep running in circles. Decide that today, those running around of yours ends today. Decide that this is the last bus stop. Whatever she has, I'm going to carry the system she's going to give me today, and I'm going to implement it from A to Z in my business, and see how far it goes for me. That is an assurance you need to give yourself today. So make that declaration to yourself. Put your hand on your chest right now. I don't know where this is coming from, but I think you should do it. Put your left hand on your chest right now and declare that whatever system I'm going to preach to you today, whatever system I'm going to bring to your doorstep today, you're going to implement it from zero to the last, okay? So let me give you a little bit about myself. All right. My name is Chinaya Nodere. For those who may not know, I'm a transformational speaker. I'm a business coach, an entrepreneur with over a decade of experience, empowering entrepreneurs to achieve financial independence. I am the founder of Impact X Network, where I train and mentor thousands of entrepreneurs, helping them build thriving businesses. I am the creator of the CEO Chick program, a certified integrative life coach. Yes, I'm a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner and an independent certified coach, trainer, speaker with the John Maxwell certified team. But forget all of these accolades I have just mentioned. Before all of this, I wasn't like this. What was I? It started in 2010. And I must tell you, I didn't plan to be an entrepreneur. Life threw me into entrepreneurship. And this was, I'm going to tell you my journey. I call it my journey so far, where I'll be that vulnerable to tell you from my failure to what I learned, and then our breakthrough system that led to the success stories that we have continually recorded, and what we will record with you because we trust that you're going to implement what we're going to show you today. So you learn the system that I used to build real businesses from the failures, and that has led to multiple successes. So this was me, not this beautiful one you're seeing here today, even though I was smiling there. Like I said earlier, I didn't plan to become an entrepreneur. Life threw me into entrepreneurship. It was in 2010. I'll never forget. I had just had my baby, and the bank did. So I was a banker. I was working in the bank. The bank gave me two options. One option was to resume after 1 month or quit the job. So literally, they gave me 1 month maternity leave or resign. So I took the option of resigning. But it was a no-brainer for me. It was an easy decision for me because my husband was doing well at the time. He was providing internet services to a lot of Nigerians, had multiple sites, we were living well. I was just working because I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. So when that option came, I took the option of quitting the job. But something happened. About 3 to 4 months after I left that banking job, my husband's business crashed. Big companies like MTN, Spectranet, they came up and they started providing internet services to those his clients at a much cheaper rate. So without warning, he lost his clients. And life became very tough. And as a mother with 3 children, the hardest thing for me was knowing that my kids were not eating the right food. And the worst part was the newborn I had. Because I was anxious, I could not lactate. So I needed money to buy baby food. When they say poor people suffer the most, trust me, when you have money, you're relaxed, your breast milk will flow well. But when anxiety comes in, you don't lactate again, and you will now need the money. That's the irony of life. So on this day, I will never forget, a Friday, I needed 3,000 naira to buy my baby's food. And I called up a friend of mine who was working in the bank with me then. I asked her, could you please lend me 3K to buy baby food? And she told me what broke me. 2 things. It broke me and it led to the turning point that has created this woman, this force that is sitting before you today talking. She told me that all she had in the house was 20,000 naira, that I should wait for the husband to return. She will know how much the husband had, and then she will know how much to give me. Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't such a bad response, but it broke me. It crushed something in me. I couldn't believe that I was this woman begging 3,000 naira. I couldn't believe that I, who had so much dream, I that was very ambitious, with a good grade from a very reputable university, that I was sitting in my house begging for 3K. And that day, standing in front of a mirror in my house, I wept and I took 3 decisions. The first one, I said that I will never beg again in my life. Secondly, I swore that I will never work for any man again. I decided that I will never put my destiny in another man's hand again. And the third decision I took was to become an entrepreneur. So the next day, I drove out in my Mazda 626. I was entering, going to different bookshops, looking for a book, something that would teach me what to do. And coming out from one of those shops, I saw a woman selling confectionaries. I entered that shop and, struck a conversation with her and eventually pleaded with her to teach me how to fry chin-chin. And that was how my entrepreneurial journey started. I started frying chin-chin. Yes, you may call that was what introduced me to the entrepreneurial world. I have learned not to despise days of little beginning. Right, so with the money I could get and what my husband added, I became a major distributor with May and Baker Nigeria PLC, and I grew to become their major distributor in the northern region. Aside that, I partnered with two other multinational companies, Multonic and Bestie Noodles. I was their distributor. I was doing well. The business grew to become the major vendor with secondary education, but where I was giving the whole secondary schools in FCT, I was providing their foodstuff for them. The business was doing well, sure, but something happened. In 2017, I was introduced to the personal development industry, and I did something a lot of people considered crazy in 2019. I closed that business at its peak. Why? Because I had begun to work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I saw something that was, prevalent among them. A lot of them were not doing well because they lacked the ideas. No, they were not stuck because they lacked talent. They were not stuck because they lacked ideas. They were not stuck because they lacked the efforts. They had all those. But I realized that a lot of them were doing too many things, and they were trying to be too many things to too many people. And I knew that if only they could find a way to just deliver one service to one specific type of person, their problem will be solved. And I knew that I could help them solve that. And that became my primary mission. And as we speak, I have worked with a lot of entrepreneurs in their hundreds and thousands, helping them solve this singular problem, okay? And this was one of my warehouses when I was a distributor. And this is one of my offices now, doing what I love to do the most. And that is the reason you're hearing my voice today. So that's why I said today, pay attention for what you're about to hear today. If you've been stuck, will blow your business out of the waters. But let me ask you a question. Why do you think you've been stuck? It's not what you think. It's not that your product is not the best. It's not that you're not doing enough. It's not what you think. The real problem is that you've been trying to sell something that is too complicated to too many people with too many moving parts, when all you actually need is one single offer that one type of person will pay you for this week. One singular offer. Now that's your one person, so that every other person that looks like that person that sees it will say, yes, I know that this is for me. So if your offer is not crystal clear that the person, the intended buyer, sees it, then that means it is not crystal clear enough. I hope you got that. So your offer has to be one simple offer for one type of person who will pay for it this week, not next week, so that every other person that is exactly like that person will see it and actually know that you are talking to him or her. That is the solution to that problem you've been having before now. Let me prove this to you. Let's look at this young lady here. Her name is Tejiri. As at the time Tejiri came to me, Tejiri had everything. She had great Instagram following. She had great content. She had beautiful branding. And she was making approximately 50,000 a month. And she had been doing this for the past 6-7 months. And she knew that she could make more if only she knew how to break out of the stock beanstalk that she was experiencing. But she couldn't break through. She knew she needed that push. You know what they say in physics? That a body remains in motion unless acted upon by an external factor. That is what we are giving you today. We are that external factor that will eventually push you out of that state of being stuck. And that was what we did with Tejiri. We showed her the secret, and within 60 days, she had hit 480,000 naira in 1 month, and she was blown away. Another person was Madam Chinwe. This young lady, anytime I talk about her story, it gladdens my heart because I knew exactly how frustrated she was when she met me. The first time I met her, she was literally in tears. She was crying. Early 2022, she had launched her smoothies and juices business with big dreams. And yes, she was she is a very hardworking woman. Within months, sales slowed down according to her, and she was close to shutting down. That was when she joined the BPL. Within 6 months, she built a complete production system from home. And as we speak today, she's doing amazingly well. The last I spoke with her, she had more than 20 staff she has been paying, and then she has moved away from her home now. She has a mini factory where she does her juices and businesses. All because she keyed into the system that we are showing you today. Another person like that was Madam Priska Sunday. 6 months ago, she was a stay-at-home mom with a business idea and no idea how to start. You know how you have a lot of ideas in your head, but you're confused. Which one do I do first? What leg do I put forward first? That was exactly where she was, in that state of confusion, in that state of limbo, always procrastinating. I'll start, because she wanted to start but wasn't clear on the path. But when she went through the BPA, she validated her idea in week 2. She got her first client in week 4. And by month 3, she had made over 800,000 naira. More money than she had made in the previous 3 years before she met us. Her story always gladdens my heart. Now, let's take another person, David. While I do this, Come to the chat box and tell me which of these stories resonate with you. Because as an entrepreneur, a lot of us pass through similar problems. Look at David here. David was a very peculiar case. When, as at the time he came to me, he was making an average of 80,000 naira per month. He had a website. He had what he considered a robust business. He had a website, he had a social media presence, he had an email list of over 2,000 people. He was always running ads every month, but he considered himself stuck because he couldn't cross that 80,000 naira ceiling. But when we showed him that one simple thing he needed to change, everything changed for him. And within 30 days, he hit over 300,000 naira in 1 month. So come to the chat box and tell me, which of these stories do you think you're experiencing? Are you like Priska, who is a starter? Or are you like Chinwe, who has started but fell stuck along the way? Or you're like Tejiri, who was struggling to cross a certain threshold of amount? Which one resonates with you? Which one do you think you're experiencing? Come to the chat box and let me know. Because you need to know what has been holding you down. You need to know exactly where you are. So that when you begin to progress, you will appreciate the work that you're doing. Now, let me share some secrets with you. There is one thing that no one has told you, but I'll tell you today. I am that disciple that has brought good news to your doorstep today. Most entrepreneurs fail, not because they don't know enough. They fail because they know too much. And you may be one of them. It's not like you don't know. You have bought a lot of courses. You have attended a lot of webinars. You have bought a lot of books. You have read multiple things. You have watched every YouTube. You're always on YouTube watching every coach's training. And what you're passing through is you have too much information that you don't even know which one to face. You have consumed so much information from so many different sources that you're paralyzed by options. Too many options, and you're confused. One guru says build an email list. Another one says email list is there. And you're saying which way? And you're undergoing what we call analysis paralysis when you have information overload. Another one says, forget all that. I've seen it happen real time. Another one says, forget all that. That's why I trust the process I use is what I have tested, and I trust it so much. Not textbook methods. They will say, just post on social media. Another one will say, organic does not scale again. You need to practice paid ads. You need to inject money. You need to pump in money. And you're doing all of that, running in circles. And you're stuck in the middle going, which one is right for me? All of those things are about to change today. Remember what I told you when I told you to put your hand on your chest. I meant it when I said that. Put your hand on your chest. If you didn't do that now. I need you to make a commitment to yourself that you quit running around today. And whatever system you pick the BPA system I'm showing you today, and you will practice and implement from starting to completion before you can actually look at another thing, if at all. So that you don't experience what you have been experiencing all this while, okay? We have brought you to where your problem will be solved, but the problem is that some of us, we want to pick A from here, pick B from here, and at the end of the day, we are confused. That ends today. Conflicting strategies will never give you a clear direction. That is the genesis of your problem. You're not certain on where to go. That ends today. Because all of these coaches, all of these methods you have been picking, they are not wrong. They are all right. But the problem is that they are not right for your situation because you're not them. You know your business is peculiar to you. Your industry is peculiar to you. So you need to pick a complete system and inject it into your business from start to finish. You need a system that works for where you are right now. And that is what we have brought to your doorstep. So what is that system I'm talking about? It is the 3-pillar solution framework. And I call it, remember what I called it earlier, the quick win to scale framework. I told you that speed is the name of the game. Fast and consistent will always win slow and steady anytime, any day. Take it to the bank. And this is designed to take you from stock to scaling. A 3-pillar system. So let's look at it. Pillar 1 is what we call the cash injection offer. Okay. Pillar 2, we call it the retention multiplier. And pillar 3, we call it the scale accelerator. I'm going to quickly delve into each of them so that you can understand what each of them means. All right. And tell you the different components so that when you're practicing it, if it's not aligning, you'll be able to tell yourself that. So pillar 1 is what I call the cash injection offer. It takes you from 0 to 500K to 1.5 million in 30 to 60 days. Guaranteed. But understand that most people spend, I told you earlier, most people spend months perfecting their offer. You're doing every other thing other than that actual thing that can move the needle in your business. Most people spend months perfecting their offer. They design it, they paint the website, they change this one, they tweak that one, they price it, they package it, and by the time they launch, the market has moved on and they're out of money. It needs to stop. We are going to concentrate on what works, the solution, and it has to be a quick validated offer that generates immediate cash flow. Pam, 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 pam. Like that. We are moving like that. The quick launch, rapid growth, that's what we promise. Because anytime, any day, the key insight for me is that done and profitable beats perfect and broke. Do it dirty, do it wrong, fail. As you're failing, you're succeeding. As you're failing, you're picking what has worked for you and you're making it better. Don't wait until you're perfect. Don't wait for that perfect system before you continue. Just keep doing it and you get better. But you're not going to do it blindly. We are going to hold you by the hand because you're going to give you a system that will help you ensure that the mistakes are reduced as much as possible. All right, so let me tell you what makes the cash injection offer different from what you have been doing before. It is designed to get you paid fast so that you have breathing room to build a bigger vision. All right, so it is designed to help you fail fast, fail forward, so that you can pick what is actually working for you and make it better. So instead of spending months perfecting a complex offer, you launch a simple, high converting offer that generates immediate revenue. Because we believe in scaling. We are starting and then we keep working on, we keep, building on what has worked for us until we get better, and we keep growing from there. That is a cash injection offer, and that's why it's different from whatever it was you were doing before. So we're talking about you getting paid fast, where you get immediate revenue in 30 to 60 days, no waiting, no complexity. All right. It is much better than trying to make that 1 million in the first 1 month. Somebody that is starting with this cash injection offer will overtake you anytime, any day, because consistently he's going to be making money, and then he builds his confidence. And I'll show you how that can be done. And one other thing it does for you is that it gives you breathing room where you get that financial stability to build your bigger vision without pressure. So understand that fast cash plus strategic freedom is what sustainable growth looks like. Okay, so the cash injection offer, ladies and gentlemen, has 3 components. Number 1, I cannot overemphasize on this. It has one clear transformation. It must have one clear transformation, one specific benefit, one thing your customer desperately wants, one thing that you will say, once you mention it, the person you intend to sell to, the client you have in mind knows that you are talking to him or her. One clear transformation. Component 2, fast delivery. If it takes you 4 to 6 months, it is no longer the cash injection offer. Fast delivery is something you must deliver in 1 to 4 weeks maximum. We're talking about the best time is 1 to 2 weeks, but then 1 to 4 weeks is okay because speed creates cash flow and momentum for you. There is something it does to your psyche. All right, you start succeeding in it's a proof of concept for you. This works and it will encourage you to do more. Trust me. When you start seeing that money coming, it encourages you to work more. And component 3, it must be easy to buy. Don't price it so high that people will have to go home and think and consult the oracles before they decide whether to buy. Price it high enough to signal value and low enough to make for an easy buy. Okay? Don't make it so poor that people will think, this one they're giving us 5,000. Are you sure there is nothing in there is something in it? Because together, these 3 will create a complete system for rapid revenue generation. All right, so take note of that. Component 1, component 2, component 3. One clear transformation, fast delivery, and easy to buy. If you're getting value so far, we've not even gone half. If you're getting value so far, come to the chat box and type value. Let me see. If you're getting value, come to the chat box and type value. Okay, so let me throw some lights on these 3 components so you can understand them clearly what it's all about. So, what component 1, one clear transformation. Like I said, not too many things. You're not Jesus Christ. You're not here to solve the problem of the whole world. All right. You're not the messiah of every customer, everybody out there. Your product or service is actually going to be tailored to one particular avatar. Who is that person you have in mind? Not 17 different benefits. One thing that one person desperately wants. One person, if possible, let there be a name of that person. So you have created this thing for Kingsley. So how is Kingsley? What are the features of Kingsley as regards the needs, pertaining that thing you're providing services or whatever for the product? So that everybody that has a semblance of what Kingsley is passing through becomes your customer, and then you know how to reach out to such people. So you need to be specific, you need to be clear, you need to be valuable. Not multiple benefits, not something like I help with marketing, sales, mindset, systems, and all of that. You're everything to everybody. No, it has to be one transformation. As simple as I help stock entrepreneurs get their first 10 paying customers in 30 days. One, you're just helping them get 10 customers in 30 days. You're not helping them write you're not helping them write email. You're not helping them do Facebook. You're not helping them do any other thing. What you're helping them do is get 10 paying customers. As simple as that. I hope that has been made clear enough for you. Component two, fast delivery. Like I said earlier, if it's something that is taking you 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, it is no longer what we are talking about. It should be something you can deliver in 1 to 2 weeks, highest 1 to 4 weeks. If it's a 6 months program, it is too complex to be called this cash injection offer. All right. So we don't want complex system here. It's something you should be able to deliver in 1 to 4 weeks maximum. Because like I said, and I have said it multiple times, speed is the name of the game. Speed creates cash flow. It builds momentum and trust. So when you do it in 1 to 4 weeks, there is something it does for you. It gives you quick delivery that creates immediate cash flow and momentum and enables you to be able to scale. You have the financial wherewithal to scale to scale your business as the case requires, as the need comes up. Speed creates cash flow creates freedom. Take a picture or write it down. Speed creates cash flow creates freedom. I love people to know that speed is the name of the game because we are tired of seeing entrepreneurs who are crawling, believing that someday I will get there. Speed, slow and steady. We are tired of that. We want people who will run fast and consistent to get to their destination. And then component 3, guys, easy to buy. We have said it and we will say it again. I will say it again that you should price it at the sweet spot where people say yes immediately. You don't want them to go home and take a month to think about it. But it mustn't be so cheap that it seems worthless. And it mustn't be so expensive that they need weeks to decide. The sweet spot I love to give people is between 15 to 35 or 45,000. That is the sweet spot where it is easy to buy. It eliminates hesitation and drives conversion. If it's 5,000, people will begin to wonder what exactly you're going to offer them. So price it where customers go, okay, let's do it without hesitation. I hope that is clear enough. All right, so let's look at some real examples here because it's good to show you evidence. It is said that it's only a fool that argues with results. So as we are showing you this, we are giving you real examples of people that have utilized it so that you can see that they are not geniuses, that people like you, entrepreneurs who were stuck, and then they implemented this and got the result they are seeking, and which is what you're seeking today. Let's look at some real entrepreneurs, how they use the 3 components I've just shown you to create that quick win offer that generated immediate revenue for them. And I'll use Tunde's journey again. Remember the Tunde I mentioned earlier. As at the time he came, he had a 6-month coaching package he had created. And for the past, I think he had run that for like 7 months without closing any deal. It was a comprehensive program that was covering all aspects of business building. It was juicy, it was, rich, it was beautiful, but no results. He was a broke entrepreneur. But we did something with him. We created a 30-day business validation sprint. A 30-day business validation sprint. Something as simple as that. It was quick, it was focused offer, using the same skills. He was the same person. So we used the same skills and expertise, but we packaged it differently. And the result was phenomenal. In a month, he had done 7 sales. And that led him to do over 500,000 naira in 1 month. This was somebody who did 0 naira in 6 to 7 months. Compare that to over 500,000 in 1 month. Same expertise, but better packaging. I hope you're getting something today. We finished pillar 1. Now let's look at pillar 2, the retention multiplier. So you know what has worked for you in pillar 1, all right? Now we're looking at how to multiply it, how to retain the success and multiply it. So once you have customers, most people immediately chase more new customers. Remember I said it, that's a wrong move. It will get you burnt out, where you're always chasing. A lot of people, all they do, they keep running ads, they keep getting the leads, and the leads keep going out, falling off faster. When you have that, you have your funnel, they are coming in and they are going down, they are wasting, going away faster than they are coming in. That is not the solution to your problem. It's a wrong move. The fastest way to grow is not getting more customers, it's getting more from the customers you already have. So you got the customers through that pillar 1 that we have just shared. How do we maximize them? We maximize them using the retention multiplier, and I will show you the components of retention multiplier. All right, where we maximize the existing customers. With our retention, our focus is on retention. Here you experience lower cost because they already trust you to buy initially from you. So it takes you absolutely nothing to, get more from them. But we do it strategically, and we're going to share with you how we do that. It gives you what we call higher lifetime value. Retention gives you makes you save like 5 to 7 of what you would have spent. If you were going for new customers, you spend like 5 to 7 more. And then the ROI, the return on investment, can take months. But with this retention multiplier we're about to share with you today, you will see the magic that can happen. The retention economics goes like this. Like I said earlier, new customer acquisition will cost you about 5 to 7 times more than utilizing the existing customers you have, where the return on investment will take days or weeks to come in as against months when you're looking for new customers. Okay. Now let's look at the components of the retention multiplier. But take note of that thing you're seeing on the screen there. You can take a screenshot of this if you may. If you find it very useful, you can take a screenshot so that it keeps bringing your mind back to it, that what you need is to spend 70% on retention, on maximizing your existing customers, and only 30% on acquiring new ones, so that the cost of running the business reduces drastically for you. So this is just a flip of the energy. You flip the energy allocation, focus more on retention first, then watch your revenue multiply. Let's show you the components of this pillar 2. Number 1 is the upsell ladder, the 3-pillar business growth system, as we call it. So after customers get results, offer them the next level while they're experiencing success. While they're experiencing success, it means that you must ensure that your product delivers on the result you have promised them. That is the only way this will work. So the strategy 1, the upsell ladder, all right? Now let's look at that. Strategy 2, the results extension. So now you have sold to them, you have given them your service, you have consulted for them, and they're getting results. Most people will stop here, but not people who utilize the BPA. People who utilize with BPA, they go further than that. Most people will stop with clients once the engagement ends, but you should be checking in monthly, because you're not most people. You are going to utilize the BPA system, and here is what you're going to do. You're going to ask them questions. How are the results holding up? Do you need a refresher session? Are you ready to take it to the next level? You're going to be in their faces. You're going to be genuinely interested in their business. You're not asking because you're a shark. When you ask because you're a shark, they will perceive it from far away and they will run. They will feel used. That is not what this strategy is all about. So this strategy 2 turns your one-time buyers into recurring revenues. So let's move on to strategy 3. Strategy 3 is where you begin to reap the benefits of what you did in strategy 2, the referral machine. So imagine you work with a client who genuinely thinks that you genuinely want him or her to succeed. What do you think will naturally happen? They will refer other people to you. And this is where you ignite the referral machine. Happy customers are your best salespeople, but you need to ask. Don't assume that, because they got results, they're going to just naturally refer people. You have to ask. You need to open your mouth. What may be standing between you and the success you desire, the success you aspire, the success you've been desiring of age for long, may be that you do not ask. Even the Bible says, ask and you will receive. The Bible didn't say dream and you receive. So you did an amazing work with someone and you practice this strategy 2 with them. The next thing will be to ask for referral. And we have a specific script, an example of what you can use. It can be something as simple as, I'm so glad this worked for you. I'm taking 5 new clients this month. Do you know anyone who needs this? As simple as that. And you'll be so amazed at how doors will open when you put this into practice. But first of all, remember that you need to genuinely want to see your clients succeed. And you need to go the extra mile. Don't always say, this was what I promised. Go the extra mile. Let them see that what you promised, you're genuinely wanting them to succeed, and then they can easily refer to you. Put these 3 things and you see your business explode even without you spending any extra dollar. I had someone who practiced this. Tunde actually did this and he got extra 900,000 from customers he already had, and this other person too, extra 12 referrals for this person, and today did the same thing. He implemented all of the strategies, and that is why his own success is always something I love to use to talk to people whenever I have the opportunity of talking to people. All right, so let's look at pillar 3. Remember, we have talked about pillar 1, we have talked about pillar 2, and then we are moving on to pillar 3, which is the skill accelerator. Here, once you have consistent cash flow, you have implemented pillar 1, you have implemented pillar 3, and all the components of pillar 1 and pillar 2. The next one is the skill accelerator. You're not going to stay stagnant. So once you have consistent cash flow from retention and referrals, Now you scale. But here is the key, ladies and gentlemen. You will scale what is already working, not what sounds good. It doesn't matter how amazing it sounds in your head, it has to work. You only scale what is working, not what sounds beautiful to your ears. So there are three levels to this one as well. We have the amplification level, we have the expansion level, and we have the elevation level. Let me quickly delve into three of them to throw more light on it for you to understand more. So level one, amplification. You do more of what is already working. I already said that. Get better at it. No confusion here. All of this is you are saying is for you crystal clear on what it is you're delivering. Get better at it, message more people, systemize the process. So, assuming you were running a cash injection offer and it is selling well through DMs, please, nothing should make you deviate from DM and you switch to webinars. Get better at DMs. If you're doing it and you see that your success is coming from more from webinars, by all means, double up on webinars. Forget the DMs, okay? So what we're talking about is do more of what works. That is what the level one amplification is on about. Level two is expansion. Now you have seen what is working and you're doing more of what is working. What is the next thing you do? The next thing is to add new audiences. You're not going to stay at one place. Once you dominate one niche, add an adjacent one. It is same offer but new audience. Let me explain. Let me give you an example for you to understand that. So if you're selling consultants, for example, you can add coaches. You know that these two, they work in the same field, right? If you're selling coaches, you can add course creators. Are you seeing that? If you sell course creators, you can add agency owners. It is the same offer, new audience. Try this and thank me later. Let's look at level three, which is elevation. Here you create premium version for clients who want faster results or more personal attention. There will be people who may not want to work in a group. There may be people who may not want to be attended to with others. They want that premium service. They want you to give them the time. Of course, time is money. So, for example, if your standard offer is 55,000, your premium offer can be 1.5 or thereabout, a million, 1.2 or thereabout. This is another way for you to bring in money as well. But you must understand that done with you service delivers faster results with personalized attention. Now, there are three levels to it, okay? It can be done for you, it can be done with you, and it can be DIY, do it yourself. So if it's a do it yourself, it is much cheaper than done with you. Done with you means you're going to do it with them, all right? It is cheaper than done for you. Done for you is on another level. So you need to understand that so that it can help you know how to price it as you grow in your entrepreneurial journey. All right, so those are the three levels that we want to look at. All right. So let's look at some real results here. Let's take today's 4-month journey. So in month one, he launched a cash injection offer and he priced it at 32,500. Then in month two, what he did, one of the first customers that bought from him in month one bought again and he made 84,000 naira. Then in month three, two people referred 2 new clients to him and he upsold to 3 existing people, meaning that he put into practice pillars 2 and 3 that we have shown you now, and that month he made 520,000 naira. Then in month 4, he did something that shocked us. He launched a premium version. He felt he couldn't do it, but he did it. And that was him putting into practice what he learned in pillar 3. He scaled and he priced it at 840. And the total of what he made in 4 months was over 1.4 million naira. This was someone who made 0 naira in the first 6 months. In the previous 6 months, sorry, he made 0 naira. But working with his BPA, he made 1.4 million in 6 months, starting from 0. This can be your story today if you implement the lessons we have shown you today. Don't be a hearer, be a doer. Don't be a reservoir. You're getting all the knowledge and you're not implementing. Like I told you today, what we are showing you today works, but you need to put it into practice. So you must understand something. All right. People buy transformation. People buy transformation. They are not after the English. They are not after the aesthetics of what you're saying. As long as that can transform their businesses for them, they will buy from you. Whatever service, whatever product, whatever consultation you're offering them. But you must understand that simplicity accelerates. Make it simple enough for them to align with what you're saying. They need to understand what you're saying. They need to see themselves needing what you're saying. They need to be able to tell themselves, this person is talking to me. That is the only way you know you have sold to them. You can sell to them and you have sold to them. They need to be able to identify themselves as the clients for which you have created that your product or service for. So understand that simplicity accelerates. They buy it faster when it's simple enough for them to understand. They buy it faster when it's simple enough for them to comprehend what you're saying. Don't use ambiguous English that they begin to look for dictionary to understand what you're saying. Make it simple enough. We are not here to speak English. You're here to sell and make money. Simplicity accelerates. Number 2 note you need to take here is understand that results drive volume. So they buy more when they get results. The wrongest thing you can do is to make fake promises. If you make fake promises, it means that the remaining part of what we're showing you will not work, because when they buy once, they run away. When they don't get the results you have promised them. But when they get the results, then they keep buying more from you. Results drive volume. So instead of over-promising and under-delivering, under-promise, and over-deliver. I'll take that again. So instead of over-promising and under-delivering, under-promise and over-deliver. Always overshoot their expectations. Always blow their minds. Always make them feel that what you have offered them is too big for the little amount they have paid. That is how they will feel so loyal to you that whenever you bring another upsell, they will buy. So number 2, results drive volume. They buy more when they get results. And number 3 note you need to adhere to today. Number 3 thing you need to know today is understand that urgency commands premium. They will pay more when they want it fast. I already explained that to you. All right. That was how I was explaining that DIY, the difference between DIY and done with you and then done for you. Urgency commands premium. So if they want more of your time, charge them more, because you understand that time is money and understand that they need to pay more when they want it faster. Okay. So that is not marketing, ladies and gentlemen. I told you that whatever lessons we are giving here are things we have learned while we are doing actual businesses, not things we learn from reading. So that is not marketing, that is human nature, and it doesn't change. It does not matter the industry you're playing at, all right? You can be a service provider, you can be into products, you can be into consulting. What we have shown you works across all border. All right, now I want to ask you a simple question. So far, if you've gotten value, I need you to come to the chat box and type value. If you've gotten value, whatever emoji you want to use, come to the chat box and type value. Give me the emoji, let it rain. I love to see that I'm talking to people. Come to the chat box and tell me you've gotten value. Just type value there. Let me see that. Let me see that. Let me see that rain. Let me see that drop. Now, what I've shown you is the framework. But there is a difference between framework and implementing it. All right. I've shown you the framework, the structure, the big picture. But knowing the framework and implementing it correctly are two different things. The gap between knowledge and execution is where most businesses stop. And that may be what has been keeping you down. That may be the reason you have been stuck all this while. You have gotten all this knowledge, you have gotten all these different systems, but you're unable to implement because you're existing in the limbo between knowledge and execution. So now I want to ask you, if you would want me to hold you by the hand to implement this whole framework I've shown you, come to the chat box and type me. If you want me to hold you by the hand to implement the BPA that I've shown you now, come to the chat box and type me. Let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you. Come and type me, okay? Now, I want to introduce this whole thing in its awesomeness to you. The step-by-step implementation program, all right? It is what takes you from low cash flow to profitable, scalable business in just 90 days. I'm introducing the Business Profit Accelerator to you. We call it the step-by-step implementation program that takes you from low cash flow to profitable, scalable business in just 90 days. So what is contained in it to blow your mind? Let's go. Who is this training for before I show you what is contained in it? So the PPA is not for everybody. Like I told you, you can't have a product that serves the whole world. If your product is serving everybody, then you don't have a product. Your product must be crystal clear, must be specific to a particular person. And so also is what we are showing you today. There are people who may not be able to benefit from what we have created for you today. But listen to know if you, one of them, listen to know if the training we have today will benefit you. The number one people that to benefit are people under this category that we call stock entrepreneurs. So these are the people, you have a business idea, but you haven't launched yet. You're making little to inconsistent income. You know what to do, but you can't seem to execute. You're stuck in the planning phase forever. You're always planning, planning, planning. You're one of the people who call stuck entrepreneurs. The training is definitely for you. The second category are the ones we call struggling business owners. So you have a business, but you can't get consistent customers. You're like the Tajiris who are consistently making 50,000 naira a month. You can't go beyond that. You're like today who is making 80,000 naira a month, and you can't seem to go beyond that. All right, then this is for you. You have a business, but you can't get consistent customers. You're doing everything yourself, and you keep getting burnt out. This program, this training is for you. You have no clear system, no clear strategy. This training is for you. Your revenue is as unpredictable as can be, month in, month out. This training is for you. The third category of people are the ones we call service providers and consultants. You're a coach, you're a freelancer, you run an agency. The training is for you. You are trading your time for money, and you've been doing this for God knows how long, but you keep hitting income ceiling. This training is for you. Or you're someone who wants to scale beyond, one-on-one work. This training is for you. Or you have desired, you need systemized customer acquisition. You've been looking for it, but you can't seem to find a viable and trustworthy customer acquisition system that you can continually implement in your business, in your training, in your consulting firm. This training is for you. All right. The fourth category are those who exist. We call them the someday entrepreneurs. You want to be an entrepreneur, but someday I will be this. You're always dreaming, procrastinating. Probably you're still in your 9 to 5. You're currently employed, but you want to transition, but you don't know the first leg to put out there. This training is for you. You have a side hustle, but it is not generating real income yet. This training is for you. You have a dream of financial freedom, but you don't know how to start. This training is surely and definitely for you. You need a proven roadmap to escape your 9 to 5. You know that you're capable of doing more. You know that you're capable of more, but you're stuck in your 9 to 5 because you don't know the next step. You don't know how to exit and enter the entrepreneurial world and be certain that you will excel. Be certain that whatever business you choose will do well. This training is for you. Now, let's look at the people who this training is not for. Like I said, and I'll say it again, we haven't created a program that is for the whole world, because that would be hypocrisy. We told you not to do that, and we cannot do that. So the BPA is not for established business owners. You have a business and you're already doing over 10 million naira per month. I'm sorry, you may not find this as useful as the other people I have mentioned. If you're also you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. No, sir, no, ma. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not for you. If you're willing to do the implementation work, this is surely not for you. You just want to learn and be a reservoir, this is not for you. If you're one of those who just want information without action, please, this is not for you. Maybe you check the other door. All right. Now, for those who consider themselves in the categories I have mentioned, and this is for them, let's look at what is contained in the BPA. BPA is for the person who thinks, I know I am capable of more, but I am stuck at this income level and I don't have a clear system to break through to 500K, 1 million or 10 million per month. If this is you, you keep telling yourself that I'm capable of more, but I'm stuck. How do I get more? Then listen attentively to what I'm about to expose to you today. Here is how it works before I go on to show you what is contained in it. Each section of the program is designed to solve one specific problem. I don't know how many times I'll say this. One specific problem, no fluff, no theory, just step-by-step execution, okay? Now, let's look quickly at what it contains. Let's quickly go over everything you get inside the BPA, the Business Profit Accelerator, aka the BPA. Quickly, let's look at that. Number one is the clarity protocol, where you eliminate confusion and map your exact path from where you are to your first 500,000 naira per month. So you stop wasting time on strategies that do not work and you start taking action with complete confidence in your direction. There is something about having confidence in where you're going. Every other thing does not distract you. This is valued at 50,000 naira. The next is the winner psychology, where we rewire the mental blocks and limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in the someday loop, so that you can finally break free from self-sabotage and you start making decisions like someone who is already successful. The winner psychology is valued at 50,000 naira. The next is the market position architect, where we create your unfair competitive advantage that makes you the only choice in your market, not just another option. All right, you escape the red ocean of competition. You create your own blue ocean. If you don't know what it is, go and Google it. Blue ocean strategy. That is what we help you create here, so that you can attract premium clients who pay you what you're worth without negotiation. And this is valued at 40,000 naira. The next one is the offer design masterclass, where we engineer irresistible offers that make people say yes instantly. Remember what I said earlier, no sleazy tactics, just psychological precision, so that you can finally stop struggling to convince people to buy and start having customers chase you because your offer is simply too good to refuse. Because when you're saying it, they're already telling themselves that this person is talking to me. That is what we're talking about when we talk about the offer design masterclass, and this is valued at 45,000 naira. The next is the cash injection system, where we generate your first 100,000 naira in revenue within 48 hours using our proven quick win framework. Fast, speed is the name of the game. You get immediate breathing room, proof that it works, proof of concept as we call it, and the capital you need to scale, ending the broke entrepreneurial cycle. And this is valued at 40,000 naira. The next is the customer acquisition engine, where you will learn how to build a systematic, repeatable process to attract and convert your first 100 paying customers in 90 days. It does not even stop at 100. Remember I said we scale it from 100 to 1,000 customers in 90 days. And with this, you never have to wonder where your next client will be coming from. And you can then comfortably and confidently predict your monthly revenue. This is valued at 60,000 naira. The next is the growth acceleration framework, where you scale from 100 to 1,000 plus customers using advanced retention and amplification strategies that multiply results without multiplying effort. So we are not saying that because you're going to 10x the number of customers you're going to get, it means you're going to 10x your effort. No, you're going to get burnt out. But we have a system that ensures that even without multiplying our effort, we can actually multiply the result. And that will help you to build a real business empire that grows exponentially while you maintain control and profitability, not just another hustle that drains you. The next is the revenue maximizer, and not just another hustle that drains you. And this is valued at 75,000 naira. The next is the revenue maximizer. The next is the revenue maximizer, where we double or triple your revenue from existing customers through strategic upsells, retention systems, and lifetime value optimization, so that you can finally stop leaving money on the table and you turn every customer into a recurring profit source, maintaining and meaning less work for more income. I'll take that again. So that you can... Next is the revenue maximizer, where we double or triple your revenue from existing customers through strategic upsells, retention systems, and lifetime value optimization, so that you can finally stop leaving money on the table and turn every customer into a recurring profit source. It means that you will work less for more income. Okay, I hope you got that. And this is valued at 40,000 naira. Next is the Financial Command Center, where we talk about how to master your cash flow management, your profit protection, your business finances, and all of that. So you know exactly where every naira goes to. You know, what matters isn't just how much money you make, but how you're able to make your money work for you. All right. So you don't just make money, you know how to keep it, to grow it, and then build real wealth instead of being a broke business owner with a fancy title. And this is valued at 60,000 naira. So let's look at the total of what the core BPA program actually contains. All right. We are looking at the clarity protocol that is valued at 50,000 naira. The winner psychology valued at 50,000 naira, the market position architect valued at 40,000 naira, the offer design masterclass valued at 45,000 naira, the cash injection system valued at 40k, the customer acquisition engine valued at 60,000 naira, the growth acceleration framework valued at 75,000 naira, the revenue maximizer valued at 40,000 naira, and then we have the financial command center valued at 60,000 naira, which makes the BPA core program total value to be 460,000 naira. Amazing, right? Amazing. But I have good news up my sleeves. Remember what I said, always, always, always make it a mantra to under promise and over deliver. Whenever we come to you, we always want to make sure that we give you more than what will blow your mind. And that is why this is not all you get. This is not all you get if you're fortunate enough to be part of those that will be working with us through the BPA program. That's not all. If you're fortunate enough to be picked, to be selected to work with us, we have 3 bonuses that we have kept that will blow your mind. Bonus number 1 is the Bootstrap Capital Playbook. We are talking about 7 proven ways to fund your business growth without investors, without loans, and without taking without having debt. We're talking about 7 proven ways to fund your business growth without investors, without loans, and without being in debt. Okay. Students have used this to raise over 50 million naira in bootstrapped capital, and this is valued at 65,000 naira. The next bonus 2 is what we call the Business Builders Toolkit. It contains over 50 done for you templates. Yes, we are talking about contracts, sales scripts, financial trackers, email sequences, pitch decks, name it. Everything you need to run a professional business from day one. And this is valued at 150,000 naira. It is massive. And then we have the bonus 3, the 12-month success roadmap plus milestone tracker, where you get your complete month-by-month game plan from 0 to over 10 million naira with revenue targets, compliance reminders, and quarterly reviews. So you never waste time wondering what you should focus on next. And then you stay on track to hit major milestones without being burnt out and without being confused. And this is valued at 75,000 naira. So this brings the total. Remember, the full BPA program, the total was 460,000 naira. Then when you add this bonus 1, 65,000, bonus 2, 150,000, and bonus 3, 75,000, it brings the BPA total value to 750,000 naira. Amazing, right? I know. The total bonus, the total value plus bonuses is 750,000. The total value plus bonuses is 750,000 naira. But I know you're wondering, is this what I'm going to pay today to get all of this? I love what I'm seeing, but I don't have 750,000 naira to pay. Hold on, I have something good, something amazing waiting for you. You won't have to pay anywhere near 750,000 naira for the Business Profit Accelerator as long as you're hearing my voice today. Did you hear what I said? I said you will not have to pay anywhere near 750,000 naira for the Business Profit Accelerator as long as you're hearing my voice from this webinar today. In fact, you won't even pay up to 10% of that. And here is why. Because I've been in your shoes. I told you my story when I started. I have walked the path. I know how painful it can be to see what you have, what you want, but you don't have the wherewithal to acquire it. I know, and I understand that there are more people here who can't afford the actual price of the course, which is 110,000. If you go to Seller now, you get it for 110,000 naira. But I have a good news, an amazing news for everyone hearing my voice through this webinar today. I know firsthand what it feels like when you want to turn your situation around so badly, but your resources are limited. I have been there, where I didn't even have the money to feed my children. I have been there when all I had was 3,000 naira. It touches me differently when I'm talking to people and I know that they've seen what they love and they have declared that they love it, but they are unable to get it. So I'll be a hypocrite if I asked you to invest hundreds of thousands with me just like that. No, I won't do that. So you're not going to pay the full value of 750,000. You're not even going to pay the regular price of 110,000. Who is excited in the house? Who is excited in the house? You're not even going to pay the regular price of 110,000. In fact, I want you to have the entire program at the lowest price it has ever been offered to anyone, but that has to be on this webinar only. Remember I said if you go to Seller, it's there at 110,000. So for those on this webinar hearing my voice, I have something amazing for you. I have a special webinar offer, 45,000 for the first 20 people who will be paying from this webinar today. If you're hearing my voice from outside Nigeria, that will be $35. All right. So when you join today as an attendee of this webinar, you invest just 45,000 naira and you get the full package contained in the Business Profit Accelerator, including all the bonuses that I have just outlined here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is less than 10% of the total value. And what it means is that you're going to be saving 705,000 naira instantly. Amazing, right? Amazing. I know that. But let's put something into perspective so that you can understand and get the full picture. Let's put it, 45,000 naira is less than 1 week of lost income if you stay stuck. You know what it has cost you to be stuck? It is less than you waste on one failed ad campaign. For those of you who run campaign, even if you have not, for a test, you spend more than 45,000. It is less than 3 months of keeping your business as a Sunday dream. It is less than dinner for two at a nice restaurant in Abuja where I stay. So what is 45,000 naira that you can invest and be certain that your business will be blown out of water? You will invest and you're sure of system that will help you scale your business to where you want it to get to. But here is what really makes it special. Here is my guarantee to you that if you join Business Profit Accelerator, You go through the training, you implement the frameworks for 90 days, you do the worksheet, you apply the strategies to your business, show up and do the work. Don't be a reservoir. If after 90 days you don't have more clarity on your business direction than ever before, you don't have more confidence that you can actually succeed, you don't have more tangible progress, you don't have actual customers, actual revenue, actual momentum, then show me proof you did the work, that you completed the worksheet, that you did the implementation notes, that you took care of the actual steps, you did that, and I'll refund every kobo. No questions asked, no hassles. That is my guarantee to you. And I can make this guarantee because I know that this system works when you work it. The only way you fail is if you buy and never implement, and that will be on you and not the system. Now, listen and listen attentively. Here are 3 reasons you need to make this decision today, not next week, not next month, today, not tomorrow. 3 reasons you need to make this decision today. Reason 1, like I said, limited slots. I can only give this at 45,000 to 20 people. And you may be asking, why am I giving you such a limited number of slots? It is because I personally review every student's business in our group implementation sessions. I give direct feedbacks on your specific businesses. I answer your questions in real time. I make sure you are applying this to your specific situation. So I can only take a number that I can control, okay? That's the reason. I cannot work with the whole world so I don't get overwhelmed. I make sure that you're applying it to your specific situation. Reason number 2. You can only get this price, 45,000, during this webinar. It is exclusive offer for you as long as you're getting it from this webinar. If you're getting it from anywhere outside this webinar, the regular price is 110,000 naira outside this webinar. So this webinar, what it does for you, gives you the opportunity and the capacity to save 65,000 by acting now. And I do this because I reward people who know exactly what they want and they take action without hesitation. We are tired of saying, I will. The someday entrepreneurs, we are trying to discourage that. So we want to encourage you to take action. You see what you want and you go, understand and remember what I said earlier, that speed is the name of the game. And reason number 3, the most critical one, the real cost of not getting on stock. And this is the most important reason. Every day you wait is another day you get stuck exactly where you are. Every day you wait, every second you wait, every minute, every month is a day of you remaining stuck. And what do you think is costing you? Think about what being stuck has cost you. Have you ever sat down to think about it? What staying stuck has already cost you? Are we talking about the lost income, businesses that never launched, customers you never served, wasted time? We're talking about months or years spinning the wheels, running in circles, running on the treadmill, motion and no movement, motion and no progress. Are we talking about the missed opportunities, chances that have passed while you figured it out? Are we talking about the mental energy, the exhaustion of always experiencing that uncertainty? Where will my next customer come from? It is so exhausting. What of the confidence that keeps eroding? For every failed attempt, it chips away at your belief in yourself. This cannot be quantified. This is not what you should keep making yourself pass through all the time. This is something you need to decide that you're going to take yourself out of that stuck place now and begin to scale, because we have handed you the system that can do that for you. The only thing standing in your way is you. Your investment today is 45,000 naira, which is a small affordable investment in your business future. Compare that to the cost of staying stuck that I've just enumerated here now, another year. Staying stuck another year, another 6 months, another 2 years. It is priceless, and it's priceless in a bad way, not in a good way. Talking about lost income, wasted money, wasted time, missed opportunities, and all of that. So I know you may be asking the number 1 question that is going on in your mind now. You're wondering, how do I enroll? How to enroll right now? Very simple. Look for the link in the chat or email. Look for the link around this video. It's somewhere there. It says enroll in BPA now. All you need to do is to click that link. It will take you to a secure order form. Fill in the form. Just 3 things you need to put in there: your name, your email, your phone number. That's all. Complete the payment. You can pay through bank transfer. It can be a card payment. It can be a USSD. We accept that as well. Dollars are accepted as well. Then once you do that, you get instant access. Within 2 minutes, you receive your login details in your email, and then you log in tonight. Yes, as easy as that. Log in tonight and start module 1 before you go to bed. That's how amazing the system is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to tell you something very important. I have kept this for the last. I've been doing this long enough to recognize a pattern. The entrepreneurs who transform fastest, the Davids, the Tejiris, the Chinwes, the Blessings, they all have one thing in common. There's a success pattern I've noticed with them. They make decisions quickly and they implement slowly. And that is why I continually applaud those who do that. Those who stay stuck, they also have a pattern. So there is a success pattern and there's a failure pattern. Those who stay stuck, they research forever. They are the ones, they want to think about it. They will need to talk to their spouse. They want to see other options. They want to compare. And another 6 months, they are still there. 6 months later, they are in the same place. So I need you to ask yourself now, and I'm going to ask you that direct question. Which one of these are you going to be? Are you going to be the person who takes action and transforms their business in the next 90 days? Or are you going to be that person who waits and researches more and is still stuck next year? Which are you going to be? It is left for you to know what you want to brand yourself, okay? So which one are you going to be? The person who takes action and transforms their business in the next 90 days, or the person who waits, researches more, and is still stuck next year? Which of them are you going to be? You make a choice. All right. So everything you need is on the other side of that link. The complete system, the frameworks, the templates, the support, everything. Will you miss the offer, or will you click the link, enroll now? And I think you should do that. Click the link, enroll now. Do not wait. Spots are filling up fast, guys. I'll see you inside the program.